Hi, Miss. I'm Jing from SU1, and today I'm going to present you the practice that I've been choosing. And before that, let me have a brief introduction for the company that I've been chosen, which is Nike. Nike is the most well-known and popular company of the apparel, footwear, and accessory manufacturer around the world itself. And the mission is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Which the issue that addressed for today's presentation is Nike has one of their big factory that based in Malaysia has violated major right for the labor for itself, which is giving the insufficient pay and also unfairness treatment in 2008 for it. A bit. And also a HR pattern can be chosen, which is list for number 29, which most of the employee is preferred to pay based on the performance rather than the team-based pay for it. And also for the presentation, the EBM2 will be addressed for the steps for it, which EBM2 is a supportive tools for the CEO during the decision-making process itself. And also, since there are time limitation for us for today's presentation, which are going to directly summarize all the question and also giving the answer for it. Okay, so first for all for it, which is what are the disadvantages of a team-based performance? As the team-based performance, as the name mean for it, which is paid based on the team entire performance itself, which the most people has found out there's lack of control and guarantee on the college performance, risk for college, unreached and incomplete goal exists, and also risk of free rider exists for which by the free rider itself, many people hate for it since the free rider, which is low effort, low productivity, got exactly equal for the high efforts and high productivity person, which most people find inequity and also inequality for it. And this is why most people hate it for team-based performance itself, which secondly will be what is the benefit to pay based on the individual performance. Since people are paid based on what they do for it, which the greater they do, the greater they receive, which it will benefit the employee to be more engaged and high productivity, to reduce the employee turnover, to improvement of working environment and culture, and also the micromanagement reduction for it. And also thirdly will be what is the benefit towards the organization by the increase of motivation based on individual performance, which by giving the performance, by being the giving the access for employee to having a performance-based pay for it, which will motivate employee, and by the motivation for it, it will benefit the organization itself, which is the organization will be benefit for the improved performance level, reduction in employee turnover, same leads to stability of workforce, and also organization profitability increase. Since employees pays by what they do, which by it they will work harder and also work efficiency and efforts for it. And also last but not least, what benefit can motivate more for individual performance besides monetary reward, which the monetary rewards mean for it, which is just giving cash salary for it, which is monetary. And besides it, non-monetary rewards will be more value instead of just giving cash salary money for it, which can maybe giving annually, travel with family or spouse, company shares, etc. for it. And because of the employee might have high possibility to work harder to gain for this reward itself. And okay, so that's for the applies and recommendation for it. Okay, so for the recommendations that I would be recommend for to apply the performance-based pay system to the workplace, so which employee get paid by their own personal performance, which the greater employee performance, the greater pay they receive itself. And the reason that I'm recommend this is based on the question that I've been answered for, which through the analysis of the practice itself, and also beside the question and answer that I've just provided, which the Maslow hierarchy of needs theory can also support from my recommendation as well, which the employee will get motivated in order to fulfill the 5 basic needs itself, which is including physical needs, safety needs, and others for it. And for the salary itself, which is including as the safety needs itself, which in order to getting more, they will get motivated. And since they get paid by the performance by their own itself, which is the productivity and performance of the organization might increase since there's strong motivation view. Because as I say, the more they do, the more they receive. And how CEO to evaluation for the performance itself, which by using the 360-degree feedback is that it can assure the quality of the production, which to avoid employee to just having high production but low quality, which by using 360, it can assure the quality of the production while they are giving high productivity with it. And how can I prove that the recommendation and theory is being correct? Which by the research has done based on the impact of performance-based pay on employee productivity mediated by employee training itself, which have found out that there is a very direct and positive relationship exists between performance-based pay and employee productivity, which by the increase of the benefit of the performance-based pay, the higher and greater productivity is obtained, which, as I say, the greater they do, the greater they receive. And so by it, it's proof that this recommendation is applicable. Turn back for the case that I just mentioned, which has happened in 2008 for the Malaysia factory. Although it's not very related to this practice, but in future, to avoid the similar stuff or also for the pay stuff to happen in Nike itself, which it is very applicable, a very applicable practice and also recommendation and solution to be applied by Nike itself, to be practiced. And that's all for my presentation. I'm very thank you for watching, and this will be the reference for you. And that's all. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye.